I wanted to take a minute to talk about hunting turkeys in the afternoon. Now, if it's legal where you live, that's great. Now, here in Ohio, part of the season you can only hunt until noon. The other part of the season you can hunt until sunset or half hour after sunset. Whatever the actual rules is, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll be out here before dark. So, hunting in the afternoon, the one thing I found to be effective is, well, there's two things. One, set up between where you think they go during the day and their roost, or set up on a path that is either or more than likely going to get lots of attention. Now, turkeys, they're not necessarily like deer, where deer will make their own path. Turkeys are going to use the path most traveled. By that I mean old logging roads, just trails through the woods, creek lines, ridge tops, something like that. And they're going to use those pretty heavily. Now, go hunting in the afternoon for turkeys. Expect to be there a while. Expect it to be pretty boring. That doesn't mean, you can sit there and nod off, take a nap, or play your phone. You always got to keep an eye out, because they're not going to gobble like they do in the mornings. They're gonna come in quiet. And often they'll never know they're there until they're on top of you. So you're gonna want to stay ready pretty much all the time. Now, to call to an afternoon turkey, normally what I do is, as soon as I get set up, I do a real loud set of calling on my box call. And the idea behind that is you want to get any turkey nearby to, one, hear you, and two, maybe you can get him to shot gobble. Now, shot gobble, it just means they're just gobbling because they heard a noise. They do it at thunder, sirens, dogs barking, Canada geese, anything. You can also do it to a hen nearby if she goes real loud, something like that, crow calls. That's another big thing. Maybe if I'm on my way to my setup and I just kind of got a feeling, I might blow in a crow call, see if I can't get anything to answer. More often than not, you're not going to get an answer when you're trying to get one shot gobble. So find a place you want to sit down. Now, currently I'm sitting on a field right next to some roost trees. But you're going to want to, be patient. That's a big thing, patience. Afternoon turkey hunting is very similar to deer hunting, it can be. Now, there's another way to do it. You can run a gun, you can glass fields and stuff like that. But the best way I've found that's pretty effective, I've had a lot of luck with, is sitting in one spot for a long, extended period of time and just waiting for something to show up. But I'm not just picking any random spot. I'm using past knowledge, past events, things from maybe that morning, if I got to go out that morning, something like that. And afternoon turkey hunting works because, in the morning, them gobblers are going to be gobbling in the tree. They'll hit the ground, maybe gobble a handful of times. They'll breed their hens and stuff like that. Go about their turkey business. And then when those hens go to lay on their eggs or make a nest or whatever, they're all alone. So they're going to be looking for a hen or maybe, another turkey just to be with. And that's where you can act like a hen just by herself who hasn't been bred yet, needs to make a nest. You can do that by sounding like a lonely hen, and that's just yelping, which is 3 to 4 long notes, and then pausing for 5 minutes or so. If you don't hear anything, do it again. That works in the morning and in the afternoon. Works all year long. But yeah, that's a tactic you can use. But 9 out of 10 times, if I'm going to hunt in the afternoon, I'm going to set up between where I think the turkeys go and their roost. And that may vary on day to day based on wind conditions, rain, stuff like that. So right now I'm sitting on a field that I think maybe they'll fly up from into the roost trees, or at least move through to get to get to the roost trees. Now decoys. Decoys for hunting afternoon gobblers. Right now I have a strutting jake decoy and a hen decoy, which is kind of unusual for me because usually I like to just set out one hen, maybe two, and just just act like that lone hen, that lonely hen like we talked about before. But a jake decoy, throwing a jake decoy into the mix never hurts. I never throw out more than one jake decoy because jakes can group up and they can put a hurting on some gobblers. So right now I just got one jake decoy, hoping that maybe a gobbler will come in. If I can sound still like a hen, he'll see this jake strutting out in front of her and come in and want to get him off. But I got something else for him in mind. So yeah, there's a little handful of minutes just run down on afternoon turkey hunting. I'll try to go into some more detail in a different video where I can sit down and think, because right now I am hunting. I just thought I'd give some tips real quick.